Welcome to Life Her Podcast, the podcast that guides you from the 9 to 5 grind to the freedom of your own path. Discover how to conquer life's challenges while pursuing your passions with unwavering faith. Because being an entrepreneur is not easy. So let's get to it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Life Her Podcast, where you are here to be able to get educated on running your business. You could get a lot of information on how to keep your business going, get to know legal fees and things that you need to file as far as taxes, getting a lawyer, having a CPA, or even just learning your mental state of mind or even self care. It's many things that you can learn on this podcast show. So tonight, I'm actually going to talk about something so amazing to a point where most of us really don't talk about much. And it is owning a business that isn't easy and staying focused and rising above failure. And a lot of times when we are on social media, a lot of people do not. They do not share their failures. They do not let you know too much that's what's happening behind the scenes because they always want to show the amazing things that they have going on. They want to show the lifestyle that they have, the just the end result or the result of trying to keep the image going because they don't want to fall apart. And I want to start with exactly just knowing that do not give up. Even though things get hard, just don't give up. You got to keep going. And when you keep going, you are learning as you go. But one of the most important things that people lack and they decide not to do is educate themselves. It is plenty of books out here, it's plenty of videos out here, and everything for you to educate yourself, to create for you to be able to be an amazing entrepreneur, business owner, and be able to run a sustainable business for you to be able to elevate and also have like great finances at the end of the day because you don't want to just be a business owner and fail at it and then suffer in the end because you haven't worked all of your years. You've been running your business for the longest and you don't want to be working when you're just so much older, when you need to be resting. And that's just a lot of things when it what does appear when you are running a business because a lot of times, like I will want to revert back to what I was saying, how people create these lifestyles on social media, and it's the lifestyle that you dream of having. However, we don't know if that car is theirs or if it's rented. We don't know if those clothes are theirs and it's rented. We don't know if that purse is theirs and it's rented. We don't know a lot of situations that go on with people. You never know. They may be affiliate to a company and the company want them to advertise their brand, different things of that nature. We really just don't know people's lifestyle. So I don't want you to get caught up in that. I want you to really just take your time and focus on yourself and your well-being and your finances and everything so that we can see you elevate and become the better version of yourself on a personal level and on a business level because it is extremely important for you to do that. And you got to understand when you're running a business, you're going to deal with so many challenges. And a lot of struggles that business owners face is financial instability and also work life balance and emotional toll of entrepreneurship. And I could say, me on a personal level, I have dealt with every single one of them. Um, just me running a business alone, I found myself pouring out to other people a lot. Hey, I have the money. I will help you with this, and that. Oh, I have this. I could pay for that. Or, yeah, we could go out. Come on, y'all. I will pay for everybody to go. But at the end of the day, when I reach my financial struggles, who do I have to turn to? I don't have anyone to turn to. So I got to make sure that now in this lifetime, in this timeline, I got to make sure that I am good because nobody isn't going to take care of you the way you can take care of yourself. And at the end of the day, it's a sad reality, but a lot of people don't care at the end of the day about what you do for them. It's probably like one or two, but if you taking care about 10, 20 people or even more people, then that 9 times out of 10, they really don't care. They feel like they're entitled. They feel like you're obligated to do for them. They feel like they're doing you a favor. They feel like because you got it, you're supposed to give it to them. And that's the mindset that people will have. And that's the mindset that we have created for them because we always made ourselves available and we never put our boundaries in place. We could blame people all day of their actions and the things that they do to us, but we have to also think about what have we done to not set our boundaries and not actually be vocal on the things and actions that we were doing when we know it was wrong, but we were just people pleasing a lot. And we needed to find that space where we need to not do that all the time, you know? And that was like a space where I had to figure out myself because I was giving, 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 and giving, and giving, and giving, and giving so much to people. It became something that wasn't valuable at all. It had no value whatsoever. It had more of disrespect at the end of the day. So you have to be selective now of the things that you do for certain people. Me personally, now I rather do something for people that I don't have no form of attachments with. If I see a random person out, hey, here, I just wanted to do this for you and just go about my business. I feel like people that are the closest to you are the ones that the first ones to hurt you, the first ones to like prey on your downfall, the first ones to do so many things to you, and it'll just throw you for a loop because I have been through a lot in that area and I just really didn't like it. And it also put me in a bind like financially as well because I have given so much and I genuinely did it, but at the same time I didn't have nothing for myself to make sure that I was cool at the end of the day because when I reached my down moments when losing my daycare center or just me just taking care of other people and stuff, wasn't no one there for me to be able to get out of that. I couldn't go to anybody that I know that could have helped me in that situation. All I had was me at the end of the day, so you even have to have that mindset even when you help, when you do know you do have the help from people, but you got to think people got their own lives too. They have their own problems. They going through some things. Life has changed tremendously over the years, especially on the financial status. It has changed. Nothing isn't the same. So we have to move differently. We have to play smart. One of the things that I want most of you to do, a lot of people want the hottest car, the biggest house, and they want things like that. I think it's a real flex when your house is paid for, when your car is paid for, and you don't have so much of an overhead and you paying all this money every month on materialistic things. That's just not me. That's just not my thing. I'd rather have less bills and actually save money, put my money into an IRA, put my money into an IUL, and do things that way, or a CD or anything where I know where my money could sit there and gain a percentage out of it at the nick of time. And then it's leaving a legacy. And then it's like, it's really no um fairness when it comes to like retirement and 401k. I just feel like, me personally, you may not want to agree with me, but I just feel like 401k is just a waste in a sense because you, even though you work a 9 to 5 job, I feel like you need to also look into having an IUL yourself or look into IRA and spend your money differently as well because you have to have something when you retire. A lot of people that I know have retired, they're still working a part-time job. I just feel like it's no way possible you in your 60s, 70s, and 80s working a part-time job because your retirement check isn't covering your bills in today's society. That is just insane to me. So it's like it made me think now, okay, if I get that old, what I need to do now so I won't have to do that when I get older, and I could just really enjoy life and travel the world and do different things. I'd rather just stay in my paid for house and in my paid for car and let me do that. Or if my car break down and it don't work no more, I go get another car at an auction and just spend about 5, 6 thousand dollars or something on a car and not have a car note. I just rather live the bare minimum when it comes to things like that. And then on the other side, I don't have nothing to worry about, you know. I don't want all of that. You know, I've been there and done that, and I feel like it hasn't gotten me anywhere. It hasn't showed me nothing. It hasn't gained anything out of it besides me looking good, and other people think I just got money just because of me having that. But I just feel like people just count your money differently. And if I'm pulling up in a Toyota Corolla, they like, oh, that broke, you know, that she don't got this and that. I rather have that image than somebody actually just knowing, just thinking I have money and saying certain things. You know, if you guys get what I'm saying. I just want you guys to just be smarter about a lot of things what you're doing. And when it comes with success and stuff, because the more you show, the more friends you lose. People get jealous of you. They start to be envious of you and everything. And then that's when you know you're doing the right thing. That lets you know that you have reached beyond people's expectations, because a lot of times people have a vision in their mind already on where they want you to be in life. They don't want you to get further than their expectations, because if you do, that's when the problems come in, and they're not satisfied with that. They find something wrong. They don't like that you're doing that. And at that point, they just trying to tussle or something. And they're gonna start to like talk about you to other people and just make your name bad and everything. So that's what comes with it. And then a lot of people, they really can't relate to your success. When you reach a certain position and mindset when in success, the person that you grew up with or that you cool with, they don't have the same mindset as you. You have surpassed them. You have experienced different things. God is taking you in a different direction for you to be able to elevate and learn different things so that you could continue to grow. And a lot of times that's when that friendship starts to like deteriorate and it just don't work no more the way you want it to work. And it's not your fault and it's not their fault. It's just life. You know what I'm saying? That's just how life goes. And you have to understand that it's okay for you to elevate. It's okay for you not to still be in the same position. It's okay for you to make people around you uncomfortable. It's okay that you feel uncomfortable, that you made them feel uncomfortable, because what I have experienced over the years, I found myself sometimes dimming my light so that I can make the other people around me feel better. You know, because if my light shined too bright, they didn't like it. You know, and they start to make these like side comments or talk about me behind my back and just do different things like that. So I try to keep myself at a bare minimum of the things that I expose, the things that I said, the places where I will go, the things that I will post and everything. I just kept it light and steady because I've had friends say, why did you post that? You shouldn't have posted that. I feel like you're doing too much. You know, just different things like that. It happens. You know, you just outgrow people. That's just what it is when it comes to that. So it's like when it comes to that too, just imagine you failing in your business. You know, I failed in my childcare business 2 times, you know, and the way people treat you when you fail at something, it's like a yay moment. Like, yes, she failed. She's not perfect after all. She didn't do this right. That's why she lost it, and she will never this and that. But they don't know that's part of the plan. You know, when you fail in something, it's the world isn't ending. Everything isn't over. It doesn't mean that you're at a standstill and you can't get up again. It means that you're transitioning to somewhere else. It means God has something better for you. It means that God wanted you to learn something in that very moment. And a lot of lessons that he taught me was people around me wasn't for me. People around me did not like me. They didn't like me for years. And that's just what it is. And it's a sad reality. And I'm okay with it, and I'm okay with them not being in my life. I still love them, but I'm okay with them not being in my life, not ever again. But it's like that's just what comes with it. I've heard plenty of things that people say, but I never cared. Sometimes you need to sit back and just look around. Where are you and where are they? Even though you failed, you still up there. You still up high. Even though you failed, you're still moving forward. Even though you failed, y'all still in different rooms. Even though you failed, y'all still not in the same circle. Even though you failed, you still moving forward in life. And people don't see the goodness of the failures. Even though you failed, you still positioning yourself in the places and in the rooms where you are supposed to be, because you may exit one room, but you go into a room that's bigger than that room. And you should always remember that. That's all I've ever done. All my rooms got bigger and they still growing to this day. The same people I used to hang with, I don't even see them out in public. We're not the same. I don't go to the places you go to. I don't see you in traffic because I'm not in that traffic area. And that's what comes with it. You got to understand how you outgrow people and you outgrow places, people, things. It's not a bad thing because they created it to be a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's a God thing. Honestly, it's a God thing because that's where he wants you to be. He's sending you somewhere. He's showing you things on what you need to know. Now, if you fail at listening to him, if you fail not seeing the bigger picture of what he's trying to show you, that's on you, because you're going to keep bumping your head until you get it right. You're going to still be in the same position until you get it right. Sometimes that failing is an eye opener of something that you've been dealing with for a long time. And sometimes those things be right in front of our faces and we just be like, no, it can't be. It can't be. But that's my friend. But that's my dog. I love them. They are everything to me. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. But they will. They will. They will do it and they will do it again and they will not care. They will try to come back into your life to catch up and then do it again. That's just how it go. But it's on you on exactly what you're going to do for you. But one thing about it is so important for you to like set goals and be motivated. One thing I learned about goals, y'all, I got to tell y'all about these goals. So right now it's October and it's getting ready to be November. Before you know it, it's going to be the new year. So usually around this time, I start writing down goals that I want to do for next year. The reason why I set goals for next year because I'm about done with my goals for this year. I really don't got too many left. You know what I'm saying? And some of them they may end up rolling over if they don't happen until, when December is over with. But writing your goals down is like so important because it's nothing like having a vision on exactly what you want to do and you just checking it off like boom, boom, and just you actually just seeing those things getting crossed off. It's like so inspiring. Like it's inspiring because you be like, I did that. I did that. I actually accomplished this, and then I didn't even think I had the ability to actually accomplish this. But also, right behind that, if you go through the whole year and you see you ain't checked off nothing, bruh, you the problem. You got to know that you're the problem. You don't want it that bad. And I always say that to people because everyone can sit up there and say all the dreams that they want, all the things that they want in life. But if you're not going towards that or taking those steps to actually make these things happen, you're the problem. Because you're the only one that can make it happen. Who else can make it happen? You can't depend on nobody else to make your dreams happen because it's your dreams. It's something that you want to do for yourself. And you have to realize that because a lot of times people will place the responsibilities of their own life into other people's life and they will be the blame for it. You have to stop making these excuses and blaming people for the things that's happening in your life because it's literally your life, the things that you have to do for yourself. I can make plenty of excuses of many things of people done to me and all of this other stuff, but it has nothing to do with me because these are things that people tried to do to me and these are things that I did to myself. So what I'm going to do is correct these things so I could gear towards going forward in my life and making these things happen and start feeding myself everything that I need to do to become a better version of myself. And you have to continue to do things like that so that you're able to accomplish so much that you have. So if you write down these goals, that you have. You could do short-term goals. Short-term goals is basically something that you're going to accomplish in that week. If you want to do a long-term goal, that long-term is for the rest of the year. Just break it down into different terms and ways for you to be able to do these things because you're not going to be able to move the way you want to move if you don't see the vision. And you have to see the vision and for you to see the vision and you execute the vision, and then when you execute the vision you are actually feeling the vision, and then once you start feeling the vision you are going to see the vision. Once you start seeing a vision you're like, oh wait a minute, I could get used to this. If I could knock this out and I learned this, that mean I could do this too. Oh, it's going. I'm about to keep going. I'm love this feeling. Can't nobody stop me. I wish somebody would. Can't can't nobody do nothing to me right now. God done gave me this gift. It's over with. This is a mindset you should have for yourself. Start taking accountability on you. It is just so important for you to do just that. You always have to take accountability for you. Because if you don't, then what? What's gonna happen? And then you gotta always find inspiration. Like if you're on social media a lot and you following these blogs and the latest drama and stuff like that, all the stuff going on, like, and you don't have nothing inspirational in your timeline that gives interest of things that you want to do. If you want to be a plumber, follow plumbers. If you want to do better with your finances, start following people that help you with your finances as far as motivating you, telling you key things about finances. If you want to learn how to pray better, find different pages that give you affirmations on a daily basis on prayer and how to continue to move forward and how to have faith and everything. You are the person that is responsible for what you take into your spirit. It's what you take in to yourself for you to be able to do the proper things that you want to do for you. You're responsible for it. And you have to have the positive influences of other people. You got to have the resources that inspiring you to move forward. Because if you don't have that, you're not going to keep going. Because if you look around now, who obviously nobody around you is inspiring you the way you should be inspired, because you're not doing what you're supposed to do right now. You may have that one person, but sometimes it gets overwhelming for somebody to keep trying to motivate you and tell you what to do and hype you up and be your biggest cheerleader of them all. Sometimes that's draining. Like, how I want this more than you. When you gonna start wanting it for yourself? I don't even want to cheer for you no more right now, because then you draining me for not doing it. Some people wanted to see you win real bad. But it's like we can see we want you to win real bad, but you don't even want to win real bad. I'm about to use this energy towards myself. And then when I see you start moving and grooving, oh, we gonna backtrack. I'm gonna be like, oh, let's go. Are you ready now? Okay, let's make these moves. You know, it's just it can be hard sometimes. Cheering other people on, you know. But one thing for certain, you always have to pray over your business, man. You got to pray over your business. You got to pray over yourself. You got to pray with people around you. You got to ask God, if somebody ain't right around me, remove them. You got to ask God to remove a lot of things. You got to ask God, could you receive a lot of things? And you have to thank God for a lot of things. And you got to appreciate any and everything that He has done and do for you on the daily basis, because it's real out here, you know, and you really gotta prioritize self-care when it comes to that. And I'm learning that myself, because listen, homegirl got all off track, I gained weight, I dealt with a lot of things on a personal level as far as my um mental health, emotionally, spiritually, just all of the above, and it's rough. And at the end of the day, some people care, some people don't. Some people not even gonna tell you, are you okay? Because you've been gaining a lot of weight lately. Maybe you should see a therapist. Maybe you should see a doctor. Maybe you should do this and that. A lot of people won't tell you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know your body and know what's for you and what's not for you. And I wasn't seeing it because I was so cloudy of grieving, but I'm a totally different person today. I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever, because like all the felling that I've done and all the things that I've been through, it has made me so much stronger. It made me resilient. It made me like appreciate my failures. It made me appreciate the people that's in my life, people that's out of my life. It just made me appreciate life overall, because life is so short and you only get one. Once you experience life and death situations, it makes you view life differently. It makes you feel like you have been reborn and you have something to prove to yourself, and nothing around you matters anymore but you. You start caring about yourself a lot more, and it is like the best feeling ever. Cause I didn't I came across some things. I really have. But I really want you guys to really just understand like how important these things are when you are navigating your business and you doing all these things for you, because nobody is not going to tell you the real unless they just like that way. You know what I'm saying? They that person. You got to have that person to actually do that. But I just want you to always just not create unrealistic expectations for yourself. You have to always create expectations that that can happen. You know what I'm saying? Don't psych your mind out, cuz you could do that sometimes. You won't take accountability into what you're doing right now. Like now, me taking accountability on the fact that I should have went to the gym this morning, but I didn't. But however, I could go after I record this podcast. you know, I could make up for it. And then tomorrow I could do what I'm supposed to do. Like things like that. It's just with more things, just start narrowing down things that have to do with you. And if you have kids, even get your kids on the schedule. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go to church, take your kids to church with you. If you want to work out with your kids. If you want to study, take your kids to the bookstore and read with you and read to them. Like it's just things that you have to figure out ways to prioritize your schedule and add your kids into your schedule as much as you can. But if your kid's not with it, you have to train them to be with it. Our kids only know what we've shown them and taught them. So you're able to create other good healthy habits for them to be on the core of what you're doing into your business lifestyle, you know? And it's easy. It's easier said than done. I know that too. But I really hope this podcast has helped y'all, gave you some sort of clarity and everything. I just want you to always just understand how important it is to budget, manage your expenses, making wise money investments, maintaining your financial stability while growing your business, how important it is for you to save and not spend the money that you make. You have to save and invest in something so amazing that'll be fruitful for you and your family and your legacy. And make sure you have an amazing retirement plan for yourself and for your family. And one of the things I do want to mention that I absolutely forgot about, make sure your burial is paid for. Don't leave your family with all these expenses. Make sure you have a great life insurance policy. Make sure that you have a living will. Make sure that your estate is together. Make sure that you have a burial where you want to get buried at, or if it's paid for already. You'll spend your money on those type of things. Instead of materialistic things, get your life in order so your family won't be like dealing with a burden if something was to ever happen to you. Make sure you have these things in place. You got to. You got to. So I really hope you guys listen to this podcast. I really hope that it has helped you tremendously. Thank you and have a good night.
Welcome to Life Her Podcast, the podcast that guides you from the 9-to-5 grind to the freedom of your own path. Discover how to conquer life's challenges while pursuing your passions with unwavering faith. Because being an entrepreneur is not easy. So let's get to it.